the primary reason that we have long contended that the National Guard needs to remain engaged in the Apache mission is to provide that strategic depth, the ability to have some reserve capacity when needed to surge beyond what the unpredictable nature of the world that we live in, and combine that with the idea that attack aviation is a technical skill that we can't afford to, in a resource-constrained environment, not kind of adopt kind of the soldier for life concept. So if we have a soldier who is newly trained and is going through his initial training as a member of the active component, he serves his 8 years, and at the end of 8 years he decides he wants to leave the Army. If ARI were to be fully implemented, there is absolutely no way we could retain that training and investment that we've made in building a guy who's so critical to our national defense. Couple that with the idea that from that model that we've used for years, where the Guard has been such a critical part as the primary combat reserve for the Army, we continue to maintain a tie, not only through our combat support and combat services support elements, but our combat arms elements to the communities, so that when we decide to engage the will of the nation, the National Guard is the organization that's embedded in Arizona in 15 counties, in all 15 counties, soldiers in every community, and it really helps as you move forward building an all-volunteer force, because it's just extremely critical that we maintain that sense of civic service amongst our citizens, and that all-volunteer force is centered around the idea that if you more and more center enclaves of large active duty installation in just a few population centers around the country, it's very, very difficult for us to maintain the connection to the people we're sworn to protect and defend. So I've been adamant about the idea that it's attack aviation is just one example of all of the mission sets of the military that we need some depth in. So it's not really, ARI is about attack aviation, but it's more symptomatic of a larger issue, which is we need depth in all areas so that we can maintain the connection to the people we are sworn to protect and defend.